Fingers crossed. It's gonna
Fingers
work.
crossed. All right, we are going live, I think, for the first time, um, with all of these different things. I don't know what kind of what do you call it? What type of delay there will be, but there may be a delay. Oh, I need to open up a YouTube window, not YouTube, yeah, a YouTube window to see what the delay is there, and then we'll get started. So, hello, give me a second. Let's see how this goes. I got this. Oh, I got this. I think we're good. Oh, I've raised my hand. I don't know. It's all crazy over here. So let's try sharing my screen and let's get to it. Share screen. And we're going to do sound and we're going to do my iPad. And if you can see me on Facebook or anything, just let me know. I don't know how any of this is going to work. So let's go. All right. Hopefully you all can see it. Yay. You can see it. Yay. I think so. Right? Why is technology so hard, y'all? Why is this so hard? Oh no. I think it just went away. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Stop share. And now let's share again. All right. Think that's going to work now. All right, well, we'll try to figure it out. So anyway, let's go ahead to question number one. If you're on YouTube, you know, I don't know how to make it so I can see you. Wait, not you. Yes, I can. I can do it this way. We're just working out the bumps and the kinks and whatnot here, guys. So be patient. I got nothing. I don't, oopsie pie. I just lost the YouTube. Well, one more time. Let's try this one more again. See if I can make it so I can see what you all are saying on the YouTubes. No, stop it. This stupid thing. Where did it go? All right. Here. Boom. So I think we're good now. I think we're good. Pop out chat. Here we go. Hi, Juana. Hi, Moon Candies. All right, let's see. Let's start. I don't know how it's going to go, but let's see. First question, number 38. Let me do a test here to make sure that you all can see what I'm writing. Do test. So hopefully that'll pop up on my YouTube page and every place else. All right, let's go with number 38. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Kavani. Hi, all the people in the in the Zoom room. Let's go number 38. Nope, yeah, 38. According to Regulation Z, to cancel a credit transaction, the borrower must inform the lender within 3 days. Is it A, by phone, B, in writing, C, both A and B, or D, neither A nor B? What do you think the answer is? Let's see. And I think what I can do is click here and I can maybe see if anybody's here. I don't know. So we got a C from Caroline. Caroline says it's C, both A and B. What are you all thinking? What do you think this answer is? What are you thinking? Are there any that you can eliminate? Getting my screen together here. All right, Mariel says B. Uh-oh, it made it small. See, it did it again. Gosh darn it. All right, let's stop share. One more time. Let's share again. We're going to figure this out. I hate it when it does this. Hopefully that made it big for you all out there in YouTube world again. I'm hoping so. So let's see what our answer is. We got a C, we got a B, we got a C. Juana, you said C. So here's the thing. The answer to this one actually is B, in writing. You've got to make it official in writing. Think of our statute of frauds. This has nothing to do with the statute of frauds because that says certain contracts have to be in writing, specifically a transfer of interest in real estate. But it's that in writing part that makes it solid, right? And if you call somebody, you don't have a way to prove, I mean, because you can't necessarily record. So our answer is B, in writing. It's not good enough just to tell them by phone that this is what you want to do. It's got to be in writing. That makes sense to everybody? I'm hoping so, yes?
Yes, it makes sense. I was gonna
Good.
say A, but then I mean B, but I was like, no, it's got to be by phone too. But
All
anyways,
right, yay. Okay, I'm trying to, my screen's doing funky things here. All right, I think we're good. All right, yay. We're good? Sure. Now, 39. And thanks, y'all, for being part of my test group. So, 39. A agrees to trade his car to B in exchange for a vacant lot that owns B. Wait, that owns B? That B owns. Let's pull it together, Candace. A agrees to trade his car to B in exchange for a vacant lot that B owns. A, this is a valid contractual agreement. B, this is not a contract because no money changes hands. C, this is not a contract because unlike items can't be traded. Or D, this is not a valid contract because the car is titled in A's name. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Now, I mean, I know the answer, but do you know the answer? Well, I think I can eliminate one of these off the bat. I think we would all be good, and I'll change colors here. Dude, I don't have to. D is, yeah, this is not a valid contract because the car is titled in A's name. We can change that. It's called go to the DMV. That's not why it would not be valid. So let's eliminate. We know the answer is not D. And if we work up here, we see the answer C. This is not a contract because unlike items can't be traded. No. But this word unlike makes me think of a 1031. It's called a like kind exchange. And are we all familiar with what a like kind exchange is? I'm hoping so, right? Like a boot. Okay, so that has something to do with it. A boot as well. Yes, that is true. That is true. And I just want to make sure that I'm not frozen on YouTube. Sorry, guys. Okay, good. I'm not frozen there. So we're good there. Woohoo. And sorry. It could be worse. This could be going worse. It could be going better, but it could be going worse. All right. So that like kind exchange is where we say, hey, I'm going to take the profits. Yes, Amy, that's great. It's using the proceeds from an investment property to buy another to delay capital gains. Exactly. That has to be like kind. It's got to be an investment property for an investment property. So there are some things that are exchanged that have to be like kind, but that's not this. That is not this, right? And then it says this is not a contract because no money changes hands. And I don't like that answer either. Why? Because we know that our essential elements of a contract are MCLL, mutual agreement, and this C stands for consideration. Consideration. And that's not just money, it's anything of value. If I've got I don't know, a car and I want to trade it to Juana for I don't know, her jacket, and we do all the things, okay, that's a contract. We're trading something of value. It doesn't have to be money. So that means our answer is not B, but I'm going to double check to make sure A works as well. This is a valid contractual agreement. Yep, I like that. That is our answer. It is A. Hey, hopefully you understand why. All right, number 40. And again, if you've got questions, just ask. A percentage lease requires the tenant pay. A percentage lease requires the tenant pay a percentage of taxes and insurance, B, a percent of the net income as rent, C, a percentage of sales as rent, or D, none of the above. What says you? Amy says C, Hannah says C, Mariel, you said C. Okay, my Zoom room is saying it's C. And okay, I could try to play C is for cookie, but that would mess up my very gentle what I have everything loud laid out here. So just pretend you can hear Cookie Monster going, C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. You know, he's got that great voice. But the answer, of course, is C, right? A percentage of the sales as rent. What would we call the kind of lease where the tenant pays the taxes and the insurance and the maintenance? Usually in
Net
commercial.
lease.
Net lease. Oh, I see you, Caroline, busting out with the right answer. Yes, that would be a net lease. That's usually commercial. I see you. Also well known, sometimes a triple net lease. Sometimes you might see this as N, like triple net. All right, 41. A seller of real estate is also known as the A, vendee, B, grantor, C, vendor, or D, grantee. What say you? A, B, C, or D. Okay, we got bees, bees in the trap, bees in the trap, bees in the trap, bees.
It's B. Yep.
It's B. Oh,
Yep.
Caroline, I am liking this new confidence. It looks good on you, girl. It looks good, and
Thank
E
you.
is our
I've
right
been
answer. Hey, you
studying.
have worked for that confidence.
Yeah.
You have worked for it, so I love it. It's B, grantor. And of course, they're just testing this whole idea of, do you know the difference between your E's and your O's? Right? And remember, the mortgagee is never me. That's our little rhyme for that. The mortgagee is the lender. And if you're the borrower, it's never you. So the mortgagee is never me. Right? So, sorry, I'm just seeing if there's a way to see if I'm on the YouTube's live. I don't know. Can I see my page? Yes, I am live on there. Hey, what do you know? Okay. All right, number 42. This experiment might have worked, y'all. An estate at will is. An estate at will is A, limited partnership, B, a tenancy of uncertain duration, C, an inheritance by will, or D, a life tenancy. Jasmine, you did make it. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but you are here and you are with me, and I would love to hear your answer choices. Now, in the Zoom room, I'm getting once again that it bees in the trap. The bees were in the trap, and then did I bring it home to my mama and then smush? Okay. Get it? Like a bees in the trap, bees in the trap. And then you bring it home, a baby, bumblebee. Okay, that's terrible. I'm going to shut up now. All right. An estate at will is B, a tenancy of uncertain duration. Yes, that is the answer. We're all good on the other words, though, right? I mean, a limited partnership. Okay, fine, whatever. An inheritance by will. What do you call it when you get property through a will? There's a word. It starts with a D, but when you gain property through a will, this is what it's called. What do you know? Anybody? Ooh, we get to play hangman. Anybody? Anybody know a letter in there? It's the answer we're looking for. Hey, what do you call it when you gain property because of a will? It's related to the word bequest. Although a bequest is,
Oh, it's devise,
there you
right?
go, divide.
Yep.
Yes, yes, And this would be personal property. Wait, did not let me do my hangman there, Amy. I mean, I was looking forward to it, but that's okay. So it's device. And if this is an inheritance by will, we could change this letter and it would have to do with leasing. What would be that word if it has to do with leasing? I was going to say it rhymes with, but I don't know how to do it rhymes with a letter.
Demise?
Demise. Yes, demise. Again, this confidence is looking real good. I like it. I like it a lot. Number 43. A hands B a deed with the intent to pass title and orally request B not to record the deed until A dies. Was the deed valid? When is the deed valid? Okay, what? So A hands B a deed with the intent to pass title and orally requests B not to record the deed until A dies. When is it valid? So this would be Batman hands Robin a deed to Wayne Manor, sorry, and says, "Look, Robin, I don't want you to record this until I die." When is it valid? Is it A, immediately, B, when B records the deed, C, when A dies, or D, never? What are you thinking? Hmm. Oh, look. Sorry, that was an oh, look for me. I'm trying this new software out and it shows me what you all are saying in YouTube. So I just saw that oh, I like this. All right. Wish it would feed the Zoom stuff in too, but that's okay. It's okay. What are we thinking? We got A, we got A, we got A, we got A. Okay, I see y'all. All right. A, okay. Now, how strongly do you feel like A is the answer? I mean, y'all all seem to think it's A. I mean,
Because I think Candice that the deed does not have to be recorded to be valid.
look at there. Deeds don't have to be recorded to be valid. I don't know who taught y'all real estate, but whoever did a great
Yeah, that lady, her name is
lady.
Candice.
I don't know. Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
to record the deed in order for it to be valid. Now, you can't wait until after the person's dead to record. You can't that you don't want to do that. But it was valid. That was Robin's house, or in this case, B's house, once they died. I mean, yeah, there you go. All right, nice job, geniuses.
Candace,
44. Yes.
so um, I understand that, but if they say intent, so means he promised that he will.
Well, so
You know what I mean?
mm, s- I
Because
think you
he didn't say I am giving to you, but he
well,
said
and
I
I get what you're
intend.
saying.
So
I love that. I think that's one of those legal attorney questions. But if you have a piece of paper that says, I am giving title to you, and then I have that piece of paper, if it's got all of our points, our what is it? In writing, the grantor has to be competent. I get paid. It's got to have proper description. It's got to have words of conveyance with every. It's got to be executed, signed by the grantor, and then delivered and accepted. If I've got a piece of paper that says all that, that's a valid deed. I don't think you can put, now this would be an attorney question and I don't know. Can you put a time frame in it? Like if I say, hey, on December 31st, 2025, I am transferring title to you, then that's an Uncle Ray question. But do you get what I'm saying there? Like you
yeah,
gave him a deed. It's a great question, so much so that we're gonna ask Uncle Ray, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, I got Uncle Ray's voice back, y'all. I was a little heartbroken about that one. Hey, Uncle Ray, is it possible to create a deed? So if I wanted to give my land to a person named Robert, could I give all of the official requirements of a deed and then put a date in there? Say, I'm giving you title on December 31st, 2025. Can I wait to transfer title that way? Is that legal?
Hey, Candace, Great question, and absolutely, let's dive into it. So the short answer is yes, you can structure a deed with a future effective date, but there are a few nuances to keep in mind. Basically, for a deed to be valid, you need a few core elements. You need the grantor, which is you, and the grantee, which is Robert. You need to have a clear description of the property, and you need to have the intent to transfer the title. Typically, deeds are delivered and accepted immediately, but if you want to set a future date, you can do that. It's just that the deed kind of acts like a contract or an escrow arrangement until that date comes. In other words, the deed won't actually transfer the legal title to Robert until that day you specify, like December 31st, 2025. Now, is it legal? Generally, yes, but the details will depend on your state. Some states have certain formalities or might require that you hold that deed in escrow with a neutral party to make sure that it doesn't get accidentally delivered too soon. But as long as you do it properly, yes, you can have a deed that says, hey, this transfer is effective on a future date. So in short, you can totally give your land to Robert with a future effective date. Just make sure you follow any local requirements and maybe check in with a local real estate attorney to dot the I's and cross the T's.
Okay. Did everybody hear that? I know Mariel, you said you can't hear it. Cavani, Stacy, Caroline, could you hear it?
I could hear it.
Okay. I don't know why you can't hear it there, ma'am, but it's interesting. So in case somebody couldn't hear it, what Uncle Ray said, and again, he is not an attorney, please don't go to court talking about Uncle Ray said, but basically said you could follow, I could follow, you know, you got to follow your state laws, but yes, that could be possible. So interesting, not what we were going with this question. I mean, we're going with just basics because remember, we are not attorneys. We do not practice law. Because that deed had everything in it, it was valid immediately when it was delivered and accepted. So you all ask great questions. Number 44. A quitclaim deed conveys only the interest of the A, guaranteed, B, property, C, claimant, or D, grantor.
Grantor.
Okay. Oh, okay. There goes Caroline again. Caroline. Go, Caroline. I see you. Caroline says D. Amy says D. Anybody else? What are you thinking? We got 2 Ds so far. Somebody's going to give me the nuts, I'm sure, at some point. But what are we thinking? Do we like D? Yeah, I like it, D. Cavani says D. Yeah, our answer most definitely is D. Remember, oh, wait, we have our new, what do you call it? Acronym. Uncle Ray came up with our new acronym with the types of deeds. So it was general warranty deed, special warranty deed, bargain and sale deed, and quitclaim deeds. And was it good students bring quality? Was that right? Vivian, you passed your test. What? Oh my gosh, I love that, Vivian. I love that. Let's see if I can get this to play so that you all can hear it. And Vivian, hopefully you can hear this.
Good job, good job. Good job, good job. G-double-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job.
Hey, congratulations. And
my money don't jiggle, jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
Boom, boom, boom. Another one passed the test. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Those are my invisible, what do you call those things? You know, they're little balls and they go maracas. My invisible maracas. Another one passed the test. Hey, I'm so proud of you, Vivian. Oh, I love it. Congratulations. That just makes my heart sing. I'm so happy for you. So, and I can't wait to do that. And by the way, everybody on Zoom say congratulations to you too. But you know, we celebrate the wins over here because life knows we don't get enough of those. So I love that. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Love it. So you literally used to picture this moment that I would play this song for you. Oh, you know what? Just for that, Vivian, I'm gonna make everybody else suffer. Right?
Good job, good job. Good job, good job. G-double-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job.
And my favorite.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
Yay! I had had to play it twice. So Vivian, I love it. And guys, I'm not saying anything about Vivian, but if she can do it, you can do it too. Have a little fun with it. We got to learn a whole lot of stuff, and we're going to do it. Vivian, I'm hoping when I take my Michigan exam, I'm going to be playing the song for me. Playing the song for me. All right, let's go back to this question. So I was talking about quitclaim deeds and the different types of deeds, and we know that Uncle Ray gave us a new acronym, Good Students Bring Quality. The G is for the general warranty deed, which we know protects anybody from, you know, if I give a general warranty deed to Vivian, I'm saying, look, Vivian, I've got title, I own it, I have the right to give it to you, and I promise it doesn't matter who comes and says that you don't have good title. I will fix it. Even if it was from the previous owner, I'll cover that. That's our general warranty deed. And we know a special warranty deed, our S for students, is saying, hey, I'm telling you I have title, that's season, and I have the right to give it to you, but I'm only promising that I did not mess it up. The people before me were a little shady, on the shady side, and I can't guarantee that they didn't, but I promise I didn't mess it up. The bargain and sale deed, if it's used in your state, is basically saying, look, I own it and I'm giving you ownership, but that's all I got for you. That is all I have. And then the Q is for quitclaim, which was the answer to this question. All a quitclaim deed says is, if I have an interest, which I do, not even an ownership interest, but if I have an interest, I'm quitting any claim I have to that land. I'm quitting any interest claim I have on the land. So there you go. I do like the good students bring quality. I need to add that. I'm going to add that to my slides. I am. All right, 45. A gross lease requires the tenant to pay rent based on A, gross sales, B, net sales, C, gross profit, or D, none of the above. What say you? All right, we got a D. Amy says D. Anybody else? Caroline says D, none of the above. Now I've got that song in my head. Doom, doom, doom. Another one passed the test. Hey, doom, doom, doom. Another one passed the test. It's another one. Okay, I'm enjoying myself way too much. And yes, our answer is D. Our answer is D, none of the above. So then what is a gross lease? If it's not these, what is a gross lease? Well, a gross lease is what most of us are used to paying if you've ever leased a place to live, a residential lease, where you pay a flat amount and that stays the same. So if I'm renting, which you all know I am since I moved to Michigan, if my landlord's taxes go up in the middle of the year or something changes, that's a him problem, not a me problem, because my rent stays the same. So gross lease will be where the landlord is doing all of these things. All right. What do we have next? 46. The recording of a deed, A, passes the title, B, ensures the title, C, guarantees the title, or D, gives constructive notice of ownership. What are we thinking? All right, we got D's, we got D's, we got more D's. Okay. All right, Zoom people are seeing it. We got the D's, we got D's, and yes, our answer, of course, is D. Now let's get a little from it. What passes the title in a deed? Well, I guess a deed is what passes title. A deed is the instrument that passes title. What ensures title? I see you, Tricks. I see you got the right answer. What ensures title? Y'all know this. It's title insurance. And what guarantees the title? I mean, I guess you could say the covenants in the deed. I mean, it's guarantee, you're saying you'll back it up. So we'll go with that. But our answer is D, constructive notice. You need to make sure you know that term for the test, constructive notice. Not actual notice. Constructive notice is what you're giving when you record anything. All right. Next one, 47. The law that requires most, oh, the bundle of rights. You know what? I see the bundle of rights. Sorry, guys. I was reading what was in the YouTube. So, bundle of rights would kind of guarantee, they're the rights that you get with it. Well, right. But you all did 100% know it was D. And yay for my YouTube group. So, 47. The law that requires most real estate contracts to be written to be enforceable is the A, statute of limitations, B, statute of frauds, C, the statute of written real estate agreements, and D, law of property. Now,
Statute of frauds.
hey, Caroline is right. I wish it was C, statute of written real estate agreements, but that would be too much like right. Instead, our answer is indeed statute of frauds. Statute of frauds. And notice this question says most real estate contracts have to be in writing. Can anybody tell me a real estate contract that would not be in writing and would still be enforceable? Because it says most. That means if it's not all, there's got to be an option. And I see Jasmine giving me, since the answer was D's, she gave me the nuts.
Would that be implied?
No, not
No.
necessarily, because we're talking about real estate contracts, but good guess. Good guess. Implied contracts would be enforceable, like when you go out to eat and your actions say, hey, you need to pay for the steak dinner. Think of that word we were talking about earlier. Relates to this.
Oh, like leases, you mean?
Leases.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leases. We know leases over a year have to be in writing. So it's not all real estate contracts. You could do a rent that is oral that's less than a year, and that would be enforceable and doesn't have to be in writing because of the statute of frauds. Now, for my North Carolina people, we know it's not 1 year. It's another number that I'm not going to say out loud to confuse the people that aren't here, that aren't in North Carolina, but it's a little bit different. All right. 48. In the absence of an agreement to the contrary, the mortgage normally having a priority will be the one that what? In the absence of agreement to the contrary, the mortgage normally having priority will be the one that A, is for the greatest amount, B, is a permanent mortgage, C, was recorded first, or D, is a construction loan mortgage. All right, we got C's, we got C's, we got C's. I like carrots. Shall we carrot it up, y'all? Shall we carrot it up? I think we will. I think we have to.
I like carrots, and you should too. It goes crunch, 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 and it's good for you.
We like carrots.
And you should too. It goes
crunch, crunch, crunch. I really do think that the whole carrot industry should take that song and just make it a theme song. Like that's how they should sell carrots from now on. That's my thought. And yes, carrots for C. Our answer is what was recorded first. Now, we know that what is the lien that is paid first in a foreclosure sale? What is the lien that is paid first in a foreclosure sale?
Tax lien.
Real property tax liens. Awesome. But what is the first item that is paid? Not the first lien, but who is getting their cut of the money first?
The bank.
No. Okay, I'm just going to give it
tax lien.
Well, the property tax lien. So the property tax lien is the first lien paid, but there's an item that is paid above that. So like this is 1 and then this is item 0. Like that's starting. Like you gonna pay this thing first. And that is the cost of sale. the cost of sale, court cost, attorney fees. Look, the court is getting theirs, y'all. The court is getting theirs. So, yes, taxes are the first lien paid, but the first item paid is the cost of sale. I mean, think about it. Attorneys, judges, they're not stupid. They're trying to make sure they get paid. Because the worst would be if you're an attorney, you spend all this time trying to make sure the bank can get their money back, and then there's no money left over for you. Oh, Amy, you said attorney and you thought we're wrong. No, Amy, you're not
Yeah.
wrong. You're right. Yeah, go with your gut. Remember, guys, as you all are testing, only change an answer if you're like, what was I thinking? That was a Candace-sized mistake. Like, how did I miss that? Kind of like when I do math. Like, oh yeah, I can do math, right? Which, by the way, I was helping my friend's daughter with her Algebra 2 again, and I've discovered that I should stay away from numbers. She was like, Candace, for real? 2 times 4 is 8. And really, for the life of me, I couldn't get out of my head that 6 times 3 wasn't 27. I don't know if it's because of 6 and the 3 and the 9 and 27, but I kept saying, oh, 6 times 3 is 27. Or I'd be like, 27 divided by 3 is 6. No, it's not. It's 9. It's 9. She was like, and you're trying to tutor me? So unless you know you're making a glaring Candace mistake like this, don't change your answer. Usually your answer is your teacher's voice in your head. God forbid if it's my voice in your head, but usually those first instincts are right. If you look back and you go, what am I thinking? No, the answer is not. How did I miss it? Then change your answer. Otherwise, don't. You'd be surprised how many times you change it to the wrong answer. So there you go. All right, 49. A net listing is one. A net listing is one that A, requires the broker to seek a net price for the property. B, that is legal in all states. C, is the most ethical brokers prefer to use. Is one that most ethical brokers prefer to use. There we go. And D is one in which the broker's compensation is the amount by which the sales price exceeds the agreed upon net price that the seller desires.
And that is D.
Yeah, it is D. Yes, Confident Caroline, RCC. Oh, look, I made you Confident Caroline is your new name. The answer is D. Right? Now, I've heard some students say that their teachers say when you don't know the answer, choose the longest one. In this case, it worked, but please do not assume that is always true. In this case, it worked. I'm not saying that it doesn't work a lot of the times, but it is not 100% efficient. So yes, Trix is correct. Our answer is D. Y'all are geniuses. All right, 50. Under Regulation Z, a borrower may have the right to cancel within 3 days, A, a second mortgage on his dwelling, B, a first mortgage loan used to purchase his dwelling, C, a home improvement loan more than a year old, or D, none of the above. All right, we got D's, Got D's. I was going to play Under the Sea, but they got me for a strike for, stealing Disney's material. Like, I'm not trying to steal Disney's material, but okay. So now I'm going to have to find a Kid Bop version. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say today I read somewhere within 3 days they can cancel. Is it the contract the person to?
Well, there are times when you can cancel a purchase contract in some states. So now I'm talking about North Carolina. I know if it's new construction on a condo, you can cancel. If it is a timeshare, you can cancel. There are times when you can cancel a purchase, like a sales contract. But this is not, that's not, we're talking
That's
about
the
something
loan.
different. Yeah, we're talking about the loan. All right, we got D's, we got D's. All right, and I gotta say for this one,
Houston, we have a problem.
Does anybody know what the right answer is? I guess that's a stupid question because if you knew the right
B.
answer, you would have given to me.
B.
No,
That's
it's not the
no?
first mortgage. Not the first mortgage.
I was gonna say A.
It is a Confident Caroline. You got to go with the gut. You got to go with your gut there. It's your second mortgage. So if you're taking out a HELOC or something, right? You can go through. You can't cancel your primary mortgage like when you're trying to buy the house, but if you're taking out like a refinance or something like that, so there you go. Nope, it's not B. It's not the first mortgage loan. So this is where I would, I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to mess with the system today, but I would tell you, go back to your notes, to your slides. If you're, you've got a teacher that gave you slides, and just review what Regulation Z applies to and what it doesn't apply to. Or if you're like, hey, Candace, I wasn't in your class. I don't have your notes. Ask Uncle Ray. Just very quickly pick up the phone and be like, yo, Uncle Ray. What is, what's going on here? Explain it to me. Because one of the things I like about ChatGPT, who we call Uncle Ray, is the fact that he explains things really well. We can't guarantee he's always right, but he usually is. That's because he's my Uncle Ray. All right, 51. Which of the following does not terminate an agency relationship? So we got that not. So we know 3 of these will terminate and 1 of these will not terminate. Which of the following does not terminate an agency relationship? Making an offer, A. Death of either party, B. C is resignation of the agent, or D, destruction of the subject matter. That sounds like a good band name. Destruction of a subject matter. That's a really good name. Except maybe I would take out subject and say destruction of matter. And then like, oh my gosh, destruction of matter. I'm going to start my own rock band, y'all. It's going to be called Destruction of Matter. I don't think I'll be very good, but I could come up with some awesome band logos. All right, we got A's, we got A's, we got A's, and of course, A, yo, A, it's A. Of course it's A. You make an offer. I don't want your agent. Nah, dude, I just made an offer. I need you, agent. I need you to help walk me through this. Right? So your answer is A. All right. Also, destruction of matter. Come up with a theme song. Ooh, I gotta write my friend who does music and he plays guitar, and I'm gonna see if he can come up with a theme song for destruction of matter. Now, if I can pass this test with all these random things going on in my head, you can too. 52. The 1968 Fair Housing Act protects against housing discrimination based on the basis of. So the 1968 Fair Housing Act protects against housing discrimination on the basis of A, race and color, B, race, color, and religion, C, race, color, religion, and national origin, or D, race, color, religion, national origin, sex, familial status, and handicap. What say you? All right, let's see what we got here. So Stacy, you said C, and Hannah, you said C. Are these for this one, y'all? I think so.
Yeah.
Now, this is my question on this question. Are they talking about like when we put it all together, or are they talking about like if, you know how there's different amendments? I don't know if they're talking about the different amendments. So I'm going to say this. If they're talking about it all together, if they're saying, hey, what is covered by the Fair Housing Act, and we look at all the amendments and things like that, then we know our answer is D. But if they're saying, hey, what did the first Fair Housing Act protect against? I think it's B, right? I think it's B if it was later. But I'm going to go with D because it doesn't say whether it wants the amendments. And I will be honest, you all know I'm taking this test before, oh gosh, I got to take that in a couple days. I've got to brush up on which of the Fair Housing Act amendments made which thing illegal. It's not just y'all. It's not just y'all. So let's see what the answer choice says. I think if they're going, I know if they're going for everything, then it's D. But if they're being specific about what did the very first thing say, it's either A, B, C, or C. A, B, or C. And I should probably know. Yeah, can't know everything. So 52, our answer is, where is my answer key? And 52. Our answer
I'm with you
is
on this
D.
one, Candace.
You said you're what?
I'm with you on this one. I think it's D as well.
Yeah, I think it's D. All right. It's D. Our answer is D. And Jasmine, you asked, you did not know if I took the real estate practice before 2024. You have to take the updated version you took in 2021. So Jasmine, I'm not California, but I do know that something changed in 2025. And there's a class, I believe. I don't think you have to take the entire class again. I think you just take a fair housing class. I don't know, maybe it's more stuff than that, but there's an addition. So call the DRE, the Department of Real Estate, California, and ask. And actually, if you ask Uncle Ray, that will give you a great answer. I know he can answer that. There's
Hey,
something.
Candace?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry. I'm in California and I had to take the practice and disclosures all over again because there was something newly added in there.
So it's just one of the classes, right?
Yes.
Just because you all have multiple classes. So hopefully you heard that, Jasmine. I know that in California, there's multiple classes. You have to take the practices and what's it called, Caroline?
The practice and disclosure.
Practice and disclosure class.
Yeah.
So double, triple check that, Miss Jasmine. But Caroline's confident today. We got confident Caroline. She's telling you exactly what you need.
So I'm in California too. So because I just got done the classes on March, so I need to do it again.
No, this would be people who took it like 24 and before.
Yes,
Oh, 24.
exactly.
Yeah, this affected people who took, because in California, when you take your classes, they're good forever. And most other states, those classes are only good for a little bit of time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks.
No problem. That's why we're here. 53. A person who dies leaving no will is said to have died. A person who dies leaving no will is said to have died, well, probably completely, but intestate A, B, without heirs, C, unbequeathed, or D, unwillingly. Is it A, intestate, B, without heirs, C, unbequeathed, or D, unwillingly? I died unwillingly. I mean, most of the time, isn't that the case? I'm not saying always. Like if you're like, hey, Candace, go to Duke or die. I would go to Duke before I would die, just barely. Because Duke is a school named after puke. Boo Duke. But don't think it's unwillingly, right? And answer is A. What? I'm not wrong. It's Duke or boo, just Duke. Amy, do you have a question?
I do. It's
Okay.
in regards to 52, the one we
Alright.
just answered. So in the exam, I mean, I when I first read it, I was like, oh, they really want to know like in 1968. So I was like I wasn't adding in amendments.
Mm-hmm.
So if they ask this question, we're not like this. Would they ask like specifically like what was?
So here's the good news.
Yeah.
Your exam on this, both on your class exam and your state exam, those questions have been vetted. So they are more clear. This is an example
Okay.
of a question. This is why we have those extra questions when you take your state exam, and except for California and New York, right? Because you have those extra questions so that when it's in the test process, they would say, okay, we got too many people getting this. You know, some people are answering it this way. Some people are answering it that way.
Okay.
We need to clarify the question,
That's good.
right?
That
So,
was confusing
yes,
one.
Yeah, trust me, I was literally thinking the same thing as we went through it. I'm like, well, which one do they want? I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, back to 53. A person who dies leaving no will is said to have died unwillingly. Yes, that's the question. Now, it is not unwillingly. Because I guess there are times you want to die. Like, you have to go to Duke. But I'm seeing all the A's. Yes, our answer is A. And you know what? I still say Duke sucks. Go Tar Heels. Yay. And Tar Heel till I die. Even in Michigan, I'm a Tar Heel born. I'm a Tar Heel bred. And when I die, I'll be a Tar Heel dead. Basically unwillingly, according to this, though. 54. From the point of view of the grantee, the safest kind of deed that can be received is A. So from the point of view of the grantee, so if it's the grantee, we know that's the person receiving. The safest kind of deed that can be received is it a general warranty deed, a special warranty deed, a quit claim or release deed, or a trustee's deed?
A general warranty deed.
Love it. Confident Caroline. We got A's. Y'all got it. It is general warranty deed A, because we know good students bring quality. 55. What is not an essential element of a valid contract? Which of these is not an essential element of a valid contract? Literally, in my head, I go, oh, contract. I know that is MCLL, mutual agreement, consideration, legal capacity, a lawful objective. So, is it A, offer and acceptance? No, that counts as the M. You need that. Capacity of the participants. I need that too. That's one of our L's. Lack of I cannot say this word, ambiguity. A lack of ambiguity. I mean, you need a lack of ambiguity. It's got to be clear. Like you all have heard me say you need a clear and definite offer and a clear and definite acceptance. I'm saying clear because it's got to be clear. It can't be ambiguous. And then we got D, legal objective. Well, we need a legal objective, making our answer C for cookies and carrots. Okay, this is a complete Candace thought. But if you can have carrot cake, is there such a thing as a carrot cookie? Anybody? Like, we've all heard of carrot cake, but are there like carrot cookies where you put the cream cheese frosting on the carrot cookie?
In a healthy land.
In Healthland? I mean, I'm not a big fan of carrot cake, but if you can have carrot cake, why can't you have carrot cookie?
I agree.
And this is why I can't sleep at night, just so you all know. Because now I'm like, after we finish this, I'll be researching if you can have carrot cookie. Right.
There is a such thing as carrot cookies.
Did you just look it up for me, Caroline, or did you know?
I did. Yep.
Do they have cream cheese frosting on them?
Yes.
Wait, how many people liked the recipe online? How many stars did said recipe get? Is this like a 2.5-star recipe?
And it has 5 stars.
Dude, I'm not making it because I don't like carrot cake, so carrot cookie. I don't like cooked carrots, but I will eat the cream cheese frosting. Because that is life. All right, 56. Thank you, Caroline. A freehold estate is cookie crumble. Okay, I didn't mean to say that way. A freehold estate is not cookie crumble. That's what Trick said in there. Only in my classes. A freehold estate is A, an estate acquired without paying anything. Womp womp. A freehold estate, you didn't pay. Okay, let's just go ahead and. Nice try. B, any leasehold. C, any estate wherein one may use the property as one wishes. Or D, an estate of an uncertain duration. Okay. We know it's not A. It's not, you just didn't pay for it. Any leasehold. Well, no, a freehold, the opposite of that would be leasehold. So now we've got any state wherein one may use the property as one wishes, or C, an estate of uncertain duration? Can I go with E? I don't like any of these. Is it just me? Is it me? Like, I don't like any of these answers. An estate, any estate wherein one may use the property as one wishes. Well, no, what if you have a freehold estate? I think it's the any. The any is killing me on this one, more so than this, because an estate of uncertain duration, a life estate, we don't know how long you're going to be alive. A defeasible estate, well, if you don't break the rules, you could own it forever, but if you do break the rules, you could lose ownership. And I guess a freehold, like a fee simple absolute, you don't know how long you're going to own it because you could choose to sell it. I don't love that answer, but I definitely don't like this word any here. So I'm going to go with D. All right, I'm going to go with D. Jasmine, you think it's C? You think it's C too? Okay, wait. No, Jasmine says, never mind. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go with D. I'm going to go with it. D's in the trap. Okay, that's not D. D. Okay, I think it said any that gets me. I'm going to have to come up with a new D song. Very mad at YouTube. Okay, but let's see if our answer is D. What am I on? 56? Our answer is D. Our answer and the crowd goes wild. Hey, we got it right. We got it right. Hey, we got it right. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. You know what? I need to have a DJ like it's a talk show, and then they can be my DJ in the corner, and every time we get it right, they play a little, you know. So the Roots, if you're listening, I would love to have you as my backup DJ band. All right. DJ Candace. Oh, Candace is not a DJ. My brother is. My brother is a DJ. But we don't want to have to shed blood on camera, so that's not going to work. Yes, and if he's watching, I'm talking about you, Rat Boy. I'm talking about you. So, our answer is D, an estate of uncertain duration. All right, 57. I do love my brother. I can talk about him. You all cannot. In order to do business, a licensee must A, make proper application for a license, B, pass a licensing exam, C, have a license issued by the appropriate state agency, or D, all of the above. Is this a trick question? Because we already know the answer is D. Would we be doing all of this if we didn't have a test to pass? Seriously, person who wrote this test? But okay, we'll take our point and walk away with it. All right. 58. When a loan is assumed on a property that is sold, A, the original borrower is relieved of further responsibility. B, the purchaser becomes liable for the debt. C, the purchaser must obtain a certificate of eligibility. Or D, all of the above. All right. Well, I'm going to tell y'all right now there's an answer I can eliminate. And that's going to be the purchaser must obtain a certificate of eligibility, because this certificate of eligibility has to do with like VA loans. Can VA loans be assumed? Yes, but VA loans don't have to be assumed by a veteran. So, you know, you get that certificate of eligibility and that tells you how much you can have, all right? Yelena, you're rating to celebrate with everyone. Yay. All right. So we have, it can't be D then. So now we're between A and B. The original borrower is relieved of further responsibility. Or B, the purchaser becomes liable for the debt. I don't like either of these either. I mean, I'm quiet because I'm like, the original borrower is relieved of further responsibility. I feel like A is right, and I feel like B is right. I feel like both of those are right. Is it just me? Can somebody tell me why B would be wrong? The purchaser. So if I have the
I think it's
house,
B actually.
I felt both were correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know B is right. My question is then what makes A wrong? I mean, is there a loan where it could be assumed and you aren't the original person is not off the hook? I mean,
Probably they talking about the original borrower, the seller
yeah.
is relieved from the further response, probably.
But then that would make it true.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought between A and B too, because they both sound, reasonable and right.
I mean, because
Unless, yeah. Go
it
ahead.
just says if the loan is when a loan is assumed. So that means we have person A who has the house, and then you have person B who comes in and assumes, so they're taking over this loan, and the borrower is relieved of further responsibility. I mean, I know B is right. I'm going to go with B because I know that's the whole point.
It's
B now becomes liable for the debt. I just don't know why A is wrong. Does everybody see what I'm saying? Like maybe the answer is it's not all of the time, all the responsibility. So there's maybe a question mark there. So I'm going to go with B. That's what I would go with if this was the actual test. But let's see what the answer key says. 58, our answer is B. Hey, and the crowd goes wild. Okay. Yeah, I do have fun by myself. For those people, if this is your first time watching me, yeah, I do have fun. So our answer is B, and we don't like A. I feel like that answer choice could be a little bit clearer. Yeah. So the answer is B. Okay. 59. An estoppel certificate. I see you with the right answers over there, Trix. It is tricky. Yeah. An estoppel certificate is often required when A, and remember, estoppel is one of those words where we see it twice, like you have estoppel and then you got estoppel certificate. So it's like the word read and read. It just kind of means, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So A, a mortgage is sold to an investor. B, a property is sold. C, property is being foreclosed. Or D, a mortgage is assumed. This is the look of, I don't like you, this question. But I can do it. I can do it. I mean, by I mean we can do it. We can do it. All right, we got a B, we got a D. That's on YouTube, but I think that B was for before. So Elena, I think you're telling me it's D. Okay. So what is an estoppel certificate? So an estoppel certificate, as I know it, is a document that shows, the rentals that are, like if you're buying, I know it's in commercial. So if I was buying a commercial like office building or something like that, I could get an estoppel certificate, which shows me that, the details of the rent so I can know if this is a good or bad idea. So let's see, assuming that definition is correct, what we have. If a mortgage is sold to an investor, well, I do like that answer, yay. A mortgage certificate, an estoppel certificate is required when a property is sold. Well, yeah, it's sold to somebody, but this says mortgage is sold to an investor. So maybe it's not mortgage. Maybe it's not the mortgage, because the mortgage selling would be the secondary mortgage market. So maybe it's, I meant to erase. Maybe it's not A. Maybe I need to be more literal, and it says the mortgage is sold to an investor, which means it wouldn't be. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else we got. C, when the property is being foreclosed. Nope, that's not right. D, when the mortgage is assumed. I don't think so either. I don't think 59 is D. I got to eliminate 59 being D. So the question is if the mortgage is sold to an investor or if the property is sold. Ew. I need a clip that says PU. This question stinkses. Hmm. Okay. So, if a property is sold, well, a mortgage certificate is often required when a property is sold, but it's not all properties, it's just like investment properties. And this just says property. So even though this says mortgage, okay, my gut was to go with A. I think this one is too broad. But this is the mortgage being sold to an investor. I mean, I guess it could be. I'm gonna need these questions to be a little clearer. That's what I'm gonna need. Again, but this is what we get for free. So, what do y'all think? Okay, Caroline, you said A. Real, you said A. I didn't realize it was 8:06. I need to shut up. It did take me a while to get started though, so there's that. I'm gonna go with my gut. I don't know if my gut is bubbling or if it's solid. Like, let's have another chili corn and cheese dog or something like that. But I'm gonna go with A because I think B is too broad. Very upset I missed the North Carolina State Fair. Right, A then? Yeah, I'm gonna go with A. I gotta go with A. And survey says, oh wait, I forgot I do have some, whatever. Let me just look it up. This is 59. Do answers A. Woo! Do the wave. Woo! Okay, the wave is not as much fun when it's just me. Woo! I guess. I mean, I could. I guess that's all I got. And wave by myself. And it's A. Yes, I did just wave by myself. I hope I never have children, which I won't, but this would be embarrassing moments. Well, your mom was on camera doing the wave. So if you are a parent, do me a favor since I don't have kids. And please, 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 please go pick up your kids from school and do the wave. Embarrass your children for me because I would do that to my children. I'd be that mom. All right, let's do one more. Let's end on 60. Which of the following will not terminate a lease? Which of the following will not terminate a lease? We're looking for a not. So we know 3 of these will terminate a lease and 1 won't. Is it A, performance, B, breach, C, surrender, or D, vacancy? Ooh. Okay, which will not terminate a lease? Well, I know if you surrender, like you just say, I give up and I don't want to do this anymore, and you tell the landlord you're leaving, then that terminates the lease. Fine. And we know that a breach can terminate a lease. So now we're down to performance or vacancy. What would be performance of a lease? Staying there. So after you stay there up until the expiration date, at the expiration date, your lease terminates. It's over. And then vacancy. So you're vacant. I think this is being very particular, but I think it's D, vacancy. Why?
That's what I was going to say, D, because nobody lives there.
Well, I would say D, nobody lives there, but let's say let's think of, now you all know I believe sex sells. So if you have somebody who wants to get a little apartment on the side for, those moments, bounce, wow. The apartment could be vacant a lot of the time, but that doesn't terminate the lease. I'm so mad this is the example my brain goes to. So I think it's vacancy. I think if you perform at the end of that performance, you stayed where you're supposed to be, as long as you're supposed to be there, then the lease is over when it expires. But D, just because if I rent it and I decide to have it empty, that's on me. So I think it's D. Let's see if I've watched too many Lifetime movies / read too many romance novels. I don't know if cheating on your spouse, though, I don't know. Let's see if D is the answer. 60. Hey, the answer's D. The answer's D. Hey, the answer's D. Do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance, do a little dance. Hey, 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 hey. Our answer is D. Oh, you know what? I feel like for getting that one right. And all the ones we weren't sure about, I feel like we get a. Mhm. All right, we're going to end it here with that. Guys, I'm going Fabio. Fabio. Yes, I use Fabio in my class to talk about what terminates a contract. Full performance, agreement of the parties, breach, impossibility of performance, and operation of law. And on that note, guys, thank you for putting up with me at the beginning. This was the first time I tried to do Zoom and YouTube and Facebook and Insta. I think it came through on YouTube and Insta. I don't know. But either way, I'll be back on Friday. For those people who are currently in my class, you all may come on Friday with questions because you're going to test on Saturday. So I'm going to say goodbye. You all are so very welcome. I would say be good, but if you're not going to be good, be really good at being bad and don't get caught. So I think that's it. And I'll see everybody next time.
Bye, Candace. Bye, everyone.